What's going on, everybody? This Afro Think Tank. We have tragedies, double tragedies in Tennessee and Montana. A veteran, one of them was a former combat action veteran. He lost it. He went to a bar with his weapon, killed 4 people, and he's on the run. And that guy is extremely dangerous. He's a combat veteran, Army veteran. He's highly trained, snapped. This is why I say we need to support our veterans, because I'm trying to tell you from experience, when a veteran is trained to be a killer, when he goes to war and asks by his country to kill and almost be killed for his country, and he comes back and he doesn't get the support he needs, he doesn't get the appreciation that he needs, and he doesn't get the real mental health treatment that he needs, because they get defunded, because the institutions that's supposed to take care of him gets defunded by whoever. Things like this happen. And then in the other case, the other white guy, he went and he killed a whole family, and there was one survivor. It was a little baby. The baby's okay. He's on the run. So we have 2 white males with this is mental illness. This is real mental illness. And the thing is, the European community in America, we need to come to a grips that you can't both have your guns and think that problems like this is going to get solved at the same time. We're coming to a point where this is just too regular. This is too normal. This shouldn't be something that European Americans have to suffer with, because this happens a lot in European communities in America. And the thing is, you cannot let these rich white folks who live in their gated communities dictate how you guys live your lives, because they don't want to support you, but they only come around to get your vote. After that, they abandon you. And you have people who really need truly do need help and are really suffering from mental illness. I know this veteran is suffering from mental illness, and he's not going to jail. I'm telling you right now, he's already decided. When he woke up this morning, he chose violence, and he's not going to go to jail. He's going to have to get put down. The other one, he killing the whole family. He didn't kill the baby, thankfully, but he might have to get put down too. Both these guys got to get put down. Hopefully they don't hurt nobody else. They don't kill nobody else. This is not cool. This is not okay. This is not normal. We should be able to live better lives than this. These things can be fixed. These things can be changed with common sense gun control. Common sense gun laws. Doesn't mean you have to have it taken away from you. All right? What it means is we need common sense gun laws. Things that we all agree with. We can't let the gun lobbies and we can't let these rich corporations trick us into continuing to hurt ourselves. All right? And we have the same issue in the black community, where we have mentally ill individuals that have access to weapons, and one thing leads to another, and then terrible things happen and people lose their lives. There's one thing to have fights. We all are talking about these fights that done happen. Black folks done got beat up, white folks done got beat up, but everybody got to go home. Even some of people went to jail, but everybody's still alive. But when we escalate to the point to where we're killing people, where people are just being murdered for no reason, that's when we have to really sit back and do some self-reflecting seriously. Put the egos aside, put the pride aside, and at least sit back and say, what can we do to fix this? What can we do to change the situation? Because listen, this doesn't happen in other countries. This is not something that happens commonly in other countries. And we have to think, what are they doing that we are not doing? What are we doing that they are not doing? You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm going to put some information here, the latest information that's available right now. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
City in Montana on lockdown as a manhunt is underway for a gunman who went on a shooting spree, killing at least 4. The FBI now assisting in the search for 45-year-old Michael Paul Brown. You see him here on your screen. He's an Army veteran who allegedly opened fire at a bar yesterday in the town of Anaconda. He's considered armed and dangerous. Scott Sweeto is a former official with the FBI and ATF joining us now. Scott, this is a frightening story from Montana. Walk us through through what you think law enforcement is doing now, considering he's not only armed and dangerous, but as a former Army sergeant that served time nearly a year in Iraq in 2004 to 2005. That means he was probably familiar with guns and violence and now poses this threat.
People don't realize that Montana has a size close to California, so it's an enormous state, and it's very, very lightly populated. So you have this guy who's very familiar with the state. He's got combat experience, obviously has access to firearms in a area that has a lot of hunting culture. So it's quite possible that he's very familiar with the area where this all occurred and has access to other firearms. So if he makes it out into the woods, he's going to be very difficult to find. So they're going to have to use a lot of technical tools and tricks, in addition to things like dogs, to find this guy.
What about the digital footprint, Scott? It seems in many of these cases, phones, credit cards may be the only key, but that could be difficult if he's gone in this remote wooded area.
It is difficult. So typically when somebody flees, they've got a lot of technology with them. They've got their phone, certainly. They have credit cards. They have a car that can be tracked potentially with license plate readers if it moves around. But they already found his truck. And while he may have a phone with him, a lot of times people dump their phones. I would say one of the good things that law enforcement has going for him is that if this crime happened very suddenly, that it wasn't something that was apparently planned, where he would have had time to stockpile things, and prepare himself better.
And Scott, I think that really stands out because this happened at 10 a.m. and, you know, the motive is certainly unclear at this point. What do you make of the timing and what the possible motive may be?
Bars in the morning and day drink. But what it seems like you have here is that he would have absolutely known the people in that bar. It's a small town. It has less than 10,000 people in it. He was well known in that particular town. So whatever it is that caused him to just completely lose it and start shooting in that bar, we may never know. There are reports that he has some mental health issues, but that's going to have to be checked out as well.
Okay, we've got a big breaking update tonight regarding the mass shooting earlier today in Montana. First, the suspect is still at large, but we now know the identity of the gunman responsible for this morning's mass shooting at the Owl Bar in Anaconda. Now, this is the man that we're looking for, 45-year-old Michael Paul Brown. Because of him, 4 people are confirmed dead. There might be others injured, but that hasn't been confirmed officially at this point in time. Brown is a U.S. Army veteran. He served in Iraq from 2004 to 2005 as an armor crewman, left the military as a sergeant, and later served in the National Guard until 2008. Authorities say that he is armed, extremely dangerous, and of course still on the run. The manhunt is now focused west of Anaconda near Stumptown Road and Anderson Ranch Loop Road. The town of Anaconda is still on lockdown and businesses are closed. This is a very small town, guys, like a population of 9,000 people total. Residents have been told to shelter in place, and even the Montana State Prison nearby has been locked down for safety. Think about that. The FBI, ATF, and Montana Highway Patrol are all involved. SWAT has already cleared Brown's home, but there's still no confirmed motive at this point, and no word whether or not the others were hurt. Now, let's be real. This comes just 2 days after the mass shooting at a casino in Reno, Nevada, and not long after the one that happened the other day in Manhattan, which was the same day as the one in Reno. So that's 3 mass shootings, y'all, in under a week. If you're anywhere near Deer Lodge or Anaconda, stay alert. Do not approach this man if you see him. Call 911 if you see him or anything suspicious. I will keep you guys updated as this unfolds. Make sure that you're following so that you don't miss these updates. And drop your thoughts in the comments. And please share this video to keep people safe and informed tonight.
A manhunt is underway for an ex-convict authorities believe killed 4 members of a Tennessee family. The search began Tuesday when a caller told police a baby had been abandoned in a front yard. Hours later, and miles away, police found the baby's mother, father, grandmother, and uncle all murdered. Madison Scarpino has the latest from Atlanta. Madison.
John, thankfully that baby is okay and being cared for, but a relative of all of these victims say that the suspect behind these brutal crimes was close to this family. Now, after days of searching, investigators did find 2 cars connected to the suspect, but we don't know of any other signs of him right now. So they are still urging Americans to be on the lookout for 28-year-old Austin Drummond, who they say is armed and dangerous. He's facing 4 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of aggravated kidnapping, and several gun charges. Investigators say Drummond killed the abandoned baby's parents, James Wilson and Adriana Williams, the baby's grandmother, Courtney Rose, and the baby's uncle, Braden Williams. It's unclear how or why this happened, but the local DA confirms Drummond was actually dating the sister of the baby's grandmother. The DA says there is strong evidence connecting Drummond to the murder, so he believes that this was a targeted attack.
It's not anything to where we think the community is in danger because of a person who may be out here randomly targeting people, because we don't think that's the case at all. We do need the community to be very careful. We do not need them to try to approach this person. We do need your help.
And Drummond has only been out of prison for less than a year. He served over a decade for armed robbery and also threatening to go after jurors, according to the AP. During his time in prison, he is reportedly accused of having gang ties, possessing weapons, and even attempting to murder someone. So investigators are urging anyone who may have seen him to come forward, and there's a combined reward of $15,000 for any information that leads to Drummond's arrest. John?
And a lot of nervous people in that part of the country until he gets picked up. Madison Scarpino, thanks.
Breaking update, y'all. We have some pretty big news regarding the Tennessee quadruple homicide suspect, Austin Robert Drummond. Now, the vehicle that he was driving, the one that everyone's been looking for, the white Audi A3, has been found hidden deep in the woods off MCO Road in Jackson, Tennessee. Police say that he was living in that car, which means he's likely still in that area alone and probably desperate. And in a case like this, desperate equals extremely dangerous. Drummond is accused of killing 4 family members of a single family, the parents, grandmother, and uncle of a 7-month-old baby girl who was found abandoned in 116-degree heat. He spared the baby and then dumped her in someone's front yard. He's now facing charges for 4 counts of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and multiple firearms offenses. He's been added to the TBI's most wanted list, and there's a $15,000 reward out for info that leads to his arrest. But here's what makes this even more maddening. Drummond was already out on bail for attempted murder, substance smuggling, and weapons charges. He's also a known member of a violent gang, a gang that investigators say uses drones to drop narcotics into prisons. Drummond acted as muscle for that crew, and one officer said that it wouldn't surprise him if Drummond had taken lives before. Yet despite all of this, some judge found it to be a good idea to let him out on bond. This guy has a long, violent criminal history. He has nothing to lose. Authorities also believe he might be actively changing his appearance to avoid getting caught. He is not surrendering. This isn't over, but it sounds like it's getting close. Make sure to follow, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want my full breakdown, gang ties, law enforcement intel, and every confirmed update, it's all on my Substack now with the latest updates coming very, very soon. Same name as on here, Justin the Nickel Crime. Y'all, if you're in that area, stay safe. Keep sharing this so we can get this guy caught.
Wait. Before you go, for all my subscribers and philanthropists out there, I'm building a solar power community water bowl system in Nigeria. It's going to cost between $5,000 and $6,000. I'm trying to raise money. If you want to participate and help me build this solar power water system, please donate to the Cash App and put solar water in the notes. Solar water in the notes. I'll put PayPal, Stripe, and Zelle. Anyway, thank you. That's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out. Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.